What is your date of birth?
July 15.
What year?
Every year.
What gear were you in at the moment of the impact?
Gucci sweats and Reeboks.
This myasthenia gravis, does it affect your memory at all?
Yes.
And in what ways does it affect your memory?
I forget.
You forget? Can you give us an example of something you've forgotten? How old is your son, the one living with you?
38 or 35, I can't remember which.
How long has he lived with you?
45 years.
What was the first thing your husband said to you when you woke up that morning?
He said, "Where am I, Katie?"
And why did that upset you?
My name is Susan.
Do you know if your daughter has ever been involved in voodoo or the occult?
We both do.
Voodoo?
We do.
You do?
Yes, voodoo.
Now, Doctor, isn't it true that when a person dies in his sleep, he doesn't know about it until the next morning? Do you recall the time that you examined the body?
The autopsy started around 8:30 p.m.
And Mr. Dennington, he was dead at the time?
No, he was sitting on the table wondering why I was doing an autopsy.
Doctor, before you performed the autopsy, did you check for a pulse?
No.
Did you check for breathing?
No.
Did you check for blood pressure?
No.
So then it's possible that the patient was alive when you performed the autopsy.
No.
How can you be so sure, Doctor?
Because his brain was sitting on my desk in a jar.
But could the patient have been alive nevertheless?
Yes, it is possible he may have been alive and practicing law somewhere. Welcome to another Interview the Unprofessional. With me today, Roger McCrook, QC. What do you have to say about all the bad publicity lately regarding the legal profession?
Well, lawyers and barristers, we get a lot of bad press, people make jokes about us, and I don't think it's justified. There are a few things that people get out of hand in how they deal with customers. To be honest, the best customer for us is a rich client in deep shit. We can charge whatever we want.
Are you telling us that you overcharge on your services?
The more scared you can make the client, the more money you can get out of them.
Aren't you supposed to be helping the client by providing an affordable service?
Of course, you tell them not to change lawyers because it's too late. They have to keep paying you. You want to latch onto them and hang on to those clients right the way through. Drag the appeal process out for weeks, months if necessary. Good money spinner.
Why aren't these deceitful practices ever exposed to the public?
This is the sort of thing we discuss amongst ourselves around the bar. We don't let the public know about this, of course. We have an image to uphold. We're pillars of society. You wouldn't want them to think that we're actually trying to steal money from people. We like to think that the fees we charge are justified.
How are all these fees justified?
Because of our experience, our long training and our requirements.
Don't you mean their requirements?
Their requirements really for us to produce the goods in court, which we do, and no one else can do it. So, we've got a captive audience, but we are full of integrity.
Integrity?
Apart from the odd misdemeanour put about occasionally by some of us, but generally speaking, I think the legal profession is very good, and I'm proud to say that I'm a lawyer.
Do you put as many hours into your work as you claim you do?
Now, it's nearly 3 o'clock. I have to knock off work. I've got a golf assignment.
But the public deserves the right to know what they're getting for their money, don't they?
So I think I'll leave it at that. Thanks for your time.
And thank you for your time. Roger McCrook, QC. And we'll be back next time with an in-depth look at another profession. Thank you and good night.
Well, sir, I have reviewed the case and I have decided to give your wife $775 a week.
Oh, that's fair, Your Honour. I'll try to send her a few bucks myself.
And where was the location of the accident?
Approximately milepost 499.
And where is milepost 499?
Probably somewhere between milepost 498 and 500.
Trooper, when you stopped the defendant, were your red and blue lights flashing?
Yes.
Did the defendant say anything when she got out of her car?
Yes, sir.
And what did she say?
What disco am I at?
You say these stairs went down to the basement.
Yes.
And these stairs, did they also go up? How was your first marriage terminated?
By death.
And by whose death was it terminated? So, what is your IQ?
Well, I can see pretty well, I think.
Can you describe the individual?
He was about medium height and had a beard.
Was this a male or a female? So the date of conception of the baby was August the 8th.
Yes.
And what were you doing at the time? She had 3 children, right?
Yes.
And how many were boys?
None.
Were there any girls? No, I'm not trying to take the piss out of you or anything, but are you qualified to give a urine sample? All your responses must be oral, okay?
Okay.
Now, which school did you go to?
Oral?
Yeah, look, that's not what I meant. You have to answer the question. I didn't mean you to take it literally. If I say, which school do you go to, you tell me which school. You don't say oral. It must come from your mouth in form of the English language. I'm not asking you to parrot me. So you answer the question. You don't use hand gestures or point to someone else. You just give me the answer.
Oral. Oh, you had to laugh. Oh,